What's up guys, and welcome to the channel. So on today's video, I want to walk you guys through a trade which I took this morning on Great Britain Pound JPY, and in less than an hour I made more than $3,000 from my $800 deposit. All right, from $800 to more than $3,500 in less than an hour, and that is on a live account. As you guys can see on my computer, that is the same account on my computer. Check the account number on the computer and the one on my phone. That is the same. It's written there, H account, raw, live account. Good. Now let's come back to the phone, right? Let's check the history. Let's check the history for today so that you guys can be able to have an idea of what actually happened. If I can go here on my filter and I just check week, because this is still Tuesday, this is just the beginning of the week, and this is already happening on this account. So let me just filter only for this week. Yesterday, guys, check this particular date right down here, right? Check this particular date. Yesterday, this was the 15th. I think this was the 16th yesterday. After my birthday, I think I deposited this money yesterday, the 16th. $850 into this particular account. You can see wire, city wire. When I woke up very early in the morning, I saw this opportunity on Great Britain Pound USD, and these are opportunities that I see most of the times. And I say, okay, there was no way I was going to miss on this opportunity. So I dived into the market, and before moving out of the market, you can see I took the balance from $850 to almost about $3,500. All right, so you can see in less than, see the time I launched this one was almost at 5 a.m. South African time, and by the time I stopped closing, I think that was almost at around I think the last trade was almost about 8 a.m. So all of this was in less than 2 hours. I was already out of the market with almost about 3,000 and above profit. Good. Let me now walk you back. Let me take you back to the whole trade. You can see that is my balance. My balance now is on $3,384 from $850. That is a screenshot. That is everything. That is a history, so that you guys can be able to see the loss size, everything that I did, the trades that I took, and you can see all the trades were all winners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades. Out of 10 trades, they were all winners, with one trade even giving me $1,340 something. Good. That is enough about the history of the trade. Let me now walk you guys on what actually happened, all right? On what actually happened before I had this particular profit. Good. So on my phone, if I have to go on the daily time frame, you can see the market is still pulling up, but we'll be able to have a better picture if we look on the PC, on the computer, right? So let's dive back to the computer, guys. On my computer, this is the Great Britain Pound JPY, the currency pair. You can see here, if you check on the history, I have some ticks right here, but I'm going to zoom in and out so that we can see some levels. So exactly, let me just show you guys. I've taken out all my levels and everything on this particular chart, just so that we can start everything from square one. This is exactly my thought process, everything that went through my mind. I had these levels since last week. I was monitoring this key support level. I also had another key support zone. I also had another key support zone somewhere here. I hope you guys are seeing this very clearly, because we are doing our top-down analysis, and from here now we'll be able to do our decision, take our decision on the lower time frame. Guys, can you see this? These were the only 3 levels which I was trading last week, or the only 3 levels which I was personally monitoring. This level was already broken. This one got here last week, and I actually took the trade and I pushed back right down to this particular level, and I was waiting for the market to get back to this particular point. You see, to get back to this particular box, which is also a point of confluence between this major resistance. All right, that's why they used to say resistance can become a support. So I was just waiting for the market to pull back to this particular support, and I was going to buy. And exactly, see what happened. The market got here. I think this was on Friday. The market got to this particular support on Friday, and immediately it got here. I took some trades last week, but I did close those trades before the market closed. Now today, this was Tuesday. You can see the candle is still there. The market has already pushed up for almost about 250 pips. This was today, and I moved down to the 4-hour time frame. I took my trade with the reference on the 4-hour time frame, and this is what happened. Immediately we come down to the 4-hour time frame. See what is happening, guys. I want you guys to see this. It happens all the times. Immediately we come back to the 4-hour time frame. Look at this. If I have to pick this particular trend, because there was a potential downtrend on the 4 hours. See, this box which I actually drew on the daily time frame is still here, because this was my box of reference. Good. So if I have to draw my trend line, you can see that clear line that runs down and form that particular resistance. And let's also come here, and if you also extrapolate Guys, can you guys see a clear downtrend? You don't need any indicator to see this. The market was already forming lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, a clear downtrend. But now, before, let me just put this one again somewhere closer. Before morning, we were actually somewhere here. Remember, this is a 4-hour time frame. And before morning, we were actually somewhere here. And I know, as a rule of thumb, if the market is in a downtrend, you should only be looking for downtrend trade, all right? If you are trading in a long term, if you want to be able to stay in that trade for maybe 50 pips, 100 pips, 80 pips, 300 pips, you should be able to only trade in the direction of the trend. So as a rule of thumb, I was only going to be looking for sell trade on this currency pair. But by 5 a.m. my time, there was still a distance from here to here of almost about 65 pips. You can see there was still a distance from here to here, because you can see this mark, this is where I took the trade. So there was still a distance from here to here of almost about 65 pips. So I was like, okay. And there were a lot other currency pair. There was a lot of correlation going on in the market. Check any other currency pair that has to do with the Great Britain pound. You will see what has been happening today. I actually recorded this video today so that you can actually see it. Check any other Great Britain pound pair in the market. You see how Great Britain pound is crazy today. So I also took my reference from the correlation which Great Britain pound had with other currencies. And I knew this currency pair was going to push up. But at the same time, I knew the currency pair was going to push up. I have this major resistance somewhere here. Can you see? I have this major resistance somewhere here. So the only thing I could do was just to scalp in and out of the market, because I don't know what the market is going to do at that potential resistance. So I moved down to my 5-minute time frame, and I know I was going to buy in a 5-minute time frame and get out at this particular level and get out somewhere here. So let me put this small line here so that we can see. This was where I planned to get out, because I got in here to here. That is almost about 50-something pips, all right? Good. So I already had that decision on the 4-hour time frame. Remember, by then we had not seen this candle. So immediately after that, I moved down to the 5-minute time frame. This is where the show was on. This is where I took the trade. And if you can see on the 4-hour time frame, my first trade was taken from here to here. You can see. So let me go on my phone and I'll be able to show you guys. And I should be able to show you how I get into the market and when I get into the market. So let me just put this again on recording so that we can both see, right? Perfect. So this is the same chart on my phone. This is the same chart on my phone. Let me go back to the 5-minute time frame. And this long section you are seeing from here to here is the same section you are seeing on my phone. And the first trade which I took, you can see this is it right here. This is the first trade here. And anytime I take my trade, you can see the market has to pull back. And there is something I used to look for. I used to look for something I call the average retracement pip. All right, the average retracement pip. And how do I get my average retracement pip? I measure all the retracements in the market. I can measure all the previous retracement in the market, and I divide it to be able to look for an average retracement pip that the market can retrace against a particular trend before the trend resumes. So in this case, you can see, that's why anytime I buy, you see the market goes my way, because I only get in at that sniper entry. So immediately I calculated and I got in somewhere here. You can see, boom, immediately after that, the market went in my favor for almost about 40 something pips, right? Good. There was still a little consolidation here. I saw there was still a little bit of gap before the market. Remember, this black line here is measuring, is the same line we got from the 4-hour time frame. This black line you're seeing somewhere here is the same line we got from the 4-hour time frame. So I knew very well that there's a high probability that the market might change direction somewhere here. All right. So that's why I scalped in another position here. Immediately I saw this big retracement here. You can see this big retracement for almost about 28 pips. I scalped in a couple of other positions, I think 3 or 4 different positions. If you can check on my history, I scalped in this other position that gave me $1,300. This other position that gave me $280, $28. From this point to this point, and I was out. All right, I was out. But see what has happened after that. Immediately after that, the market has been going up for almost 180 pips. So if I was still in this trade, instead of making $3,800, almost $3,380, I would have been at around $9,000 by now. But that is what we call grit. All right, that is what we call grit. And as a trader, part of trading psychology is never suffer from what we call grit. take anything, you have to be able to follow your rules. And as soon as your rules have been made, your target has been hit, get out of the market, because enough is never going to be enough for you when it comes to Forex. So when you have a particular target and you hit that particular target, get out of the market, even if the market has to continue going in your favor for the next 2 million pips, all right? So I'm not even concerned on whatsoever happened after that, because never try to turn a scalp trade into a long-term trade. My main goal for getting into this trade was to scalp in and out. So there was no reason why I was going to turn it down into a swing position or a day trading position or a long-term position. No, my rule was to scalp in and out, and I did just that. And even though the market has been going in my favor for almost about 200 pips, I don't care, because see what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. That particular line was broken. Or that particular resistance. Remember, there's always a probability for a resistance line to become a support line, and for a support line to become a resistance line. So this line is already broken, and as a conservative trader and as a pure price action trader, what you can wait now is you can wait for a pullback. You can wait for a pullback for the market to come back, test this particular line, and you do what they call the break and retest. As soon as the market pulls back and tests this particular line, that is where you're going to be buying again. That's where you're going to be buying. Your stop loss goes somewhere here. Take profit at least 1:2. Or if your take profit is going for 700 or 200 pips, then your stop loss must be on 100 pips. So that is a risk to reward of at least 1:2. So that is just how this trade was. Pure price action. Pure price action, no indicators, no robot, nothing. This is just pure price action. Just knowing what everything you need to be able to trade in the Forex market is on your chart. It's on your chart if you know how to read the chart. That is why in Godlove University, the highest thing that I don't teach people about indicators in Godlove University. Nothing about indicators, because they're all lagging behind. If you have to learn how to trade Forex from the root, this is exactly what you see in the Forex trade, in the Forex market. How to trade Forex from the root. You don't need indicators. You don't need fancy tools. You don't need everything you need is right on your chart. So there you have it, guys. Almost $3,500 profit in less than an hour, in maybe early Tuesday morning, and this is happening in a live account. I've been able to show you guys examples, and if you just have to check my live account, see on IC Market, I have more than 15 different live accounts. That's why I always like to tell you guys to have different accounts for different strategies. And for this particular account, you can see those are all my accounts. So I'm not hiding anything. It's a live, they are all live accounts, and those are the same accounts, which there are some of them which I use for my robotic trading, some for my price action trading, news trading. So all my strategies have different accounts so that I don't overwhelm a particular account. So for this particular trade, this was pure price action, and you guys have been able to see what we actually did in the market today. So there you have it, guys. If you want to be able to learn how to trade with pure price action coupled with fundamental trading and also robotic trading, everything from grass to grace, everything from the root to becoming a pro, then check out on Godlove University, because that is what I cover on Godlove University on a full course. There's a full course on Godlove University which is going to certify you not only as a professional Forex trader, but as a profitable Forex trader. So check out Godlove University, check out the link on the video description. You also have access to my private student community where I give these updates on a daily basis. If I have to go on my private student community, you can see even before recording this video, you can see this is Discord. I'm actually on Discord right now, and if I have to go on private mentee, you can see I gave this update on Discord already to my private mentee. I already updated them on what was happening, on what I did, the amount of money I made and stuff. So the update and the screenshot was already there. So you can always check the link below to be able to enroll in Godlove University and to also have access to my Discord. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more live videos like this, please make sure you smash the like button on the video. And if this is your first time watching my content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to use the same broker I use, which is IC Market, this one I'm sharing the screenshot, check the link on the video description, and you will be able to use the same broker that will allow you to make profits like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check the other videos that are coming at the end of the screen, because they are related to topics like this. Until then, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.